Hello and welcome to They.Were.Heroes, Week 8. How's everybody doing?
Howdy do.
Doing
Very
good.
good.
Wait.
Yep.
Howdy do 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 do. So, let's not have us waiting any longer and jump right into it. Why don't you guys do the recap that happened in Week 7?
Okay. We weren't lost. I was
I
simply
still don't
walking
believe
us
you
through
on
the.
that, Darla.
Shut up. We are not lost. Anyway, we were walking through the desert. Then we got to a canyon. Big rocky mountains kind of thing. We went into said canyon. Walked through. We had some discussions. Actually, no, we did not. The first thing that happened, I tripped over a book that we fell in sand. Then we found it in sand. Then picked it up. Had things on it. Lovely things that I will keep to myself. But in any case,
Well, you told us what was in the book.
yes, blood and sand.
You know, I don't quite
But
believe. Whatever.
both me and him tripped over it. Me and her tripped over because it was a big book.
Whoa.
You
A
are
lot of
roboting
us
really
were
badly.
having uh,
Oh, jeez.
role-play conversations, delving into each of our backstories and whatnot.
There we are. He's back.
I don't know what that means.
You
you were
roboted
roboting.
everywhere.
Is everything good?
Everything's good now.
Let's just
I
say,
don't know what that means.
Robotic means like you were stuttering.
Okay.
You're going through your voice. Anyway, in any case, yes, we go over each other's sort of backstories. Rust and Mr. Echo talked for a little bit about things, certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Mr. What's his name? Slate also talked
Yeah.
to Deverly about some other things.
yeah, we had a few discussions about his past and about how he was attacked by bandits.
You're right. And
Eh,
then Mr. Noble and I talked about his situation.
And then you and I
No,
talked about your where you came from, your father and whatnot.
Yes, yes. What raised me. And then you asked, do you want to go to a church to, fix up your wings? And I was like, no. End of
Mm-hmm.
conversation.
And then we came across an opening, a canyon,
Yes, then we went
whatever,
into the canyon. And then
and tried
Mr.
to send Devery ahead to inspect the place, and that didn't work out too well.
Yeah.
that may be a bit of an understatement, darling. We got ourselves ambushed, and almost died.
Well, you
Especially
almost died.
Davari. I did almost die.
They've already got blown up.
I got kamikaze.
Yep. Big dynamite.
We found some bandits. The bandits wanted to take all of our stuff. We didn't let it happen, and we fought back. Some of them used dynamite, which was unfortunate.
Unfortunate, yes. That is the word to describe that. Unfortunate.
I'm extremely effective against that particular party.
Yes.
And
But
our equipment as well.
Oh,
Oh,
yes. Some of
All
us,
of my
some of our
stuff
kids.
exploded. I got
Yeah.
some of my more personal effects, but
Oh, but towards the end of the fight, the bandit leader said he was a part of the group of bandits that Russ character is looking for. But
I think it was Iron Sand?
the
Iron
Iron
Mask.
Mask.
Iron Mask, sorry.
Because
Oh, he put like gunpowder on his face, and that's why I'm thinking
yes,
sand.
he ran out. We subdued him, and we were going to question him, but then Nobu.
being the oh so helpful darling that he is, threw his greatsword and stabbed him and
Man, if
killed
only
our
he heard
only
Echo,
lead.
he probably would have lived.
And of course, I had already killed the other one because we had a captive.
Yes, exactly.
And Russ took offense to all these going-ons.
And tried to kill Nobu.
It's only one hit. I
Pretty
don't think
big
you
one
still
hit.
tried to kill Nobu.
Pretty sure you pumped the poison into that thing too.
No.
Poison
I was
and
gonna do
smite?
out of character, but like I used my poison at the start of the fight to disintegrate that one poor
Oh, that's
bandit.
right.
Oh, that poor guy.
But I believe that is where we're at right now.
Yeah, well, we burned the bodies, and then unbeknownst to us,
No, it never
because we believed that we saw his head explode, but it actually didn't explode, and he rolled out of the. I think his name was Jack.
What was it, James? Jason? Something like that?
I think it was Jack or something.
James.
Was it James? Yeah, I think it was James. I think it was definitely James.
Alright, so
Somehow survived.
as we pick
Fine,
up
but-
to the game up currently, we follow our group as they're moving through the crevasse, the cut in the tall sandstone like rock line that is paramount in this area. The group currently climbed up to a ridge to get a good viewing and could see the dagger-like tooth mountain range spanning in all directions. Though, the path that they seem to be heading down particularly leads to what looks like a large opening and evidence of life coming from that opening over there, which is about all they have to go on and what they've been moving through in these last couple of days. So you pick up the group currently back in the crevice, moving in the direction of where they saw life, hopefully to find friendly faces and not people out to kill them for whatever slights they may have made to the gods. And we pick up here.
Yeah, no slights to such gods. But in any case, seeing
Hopefully they
the
have food up there.
well,
Yeah,
yes,
I could go with some food.
yes, and as you can see, I was not incorrect. We were not lost. We knew exactly where we were going.
Oh,
You're welcome.
That's adorable.
Oh, you know exactly about the bandits. Got it.
How was I supposed to know about bandits? They're not part of the geography.
They might be.
They'd find other people at least.
They might crawl out of the rocks.
Yeah, they tend to appear like vermin everywhere.
Well, at least we killed them. At the
By the
very
way,
least.
can I have one of those guns after all?
From the bandits?
Yeah.
Speak with Rust. She's holding them.
I'm holding one.
I thought you were holding all of them.
So
I'm
did
just
I.
holding the leader's one.
All right. Speak
Okay,
with
so we'll
Slate.
go over
He's
this
holding.
once more. I ain't holding shit. I'm holding the one I picked up from that one guy.
Remember, I don't have a pack. Mine got blown up.
Then it was Nobu?
I believe
Well, it
so.
can only be you or Echo. Because no one else has the capacity to carry all that.
I don't.
No,
Did
out of
we
character.
leave the guns?
Out of character, I don't think anybody gave Nobu any.
No, right here. Who can hold the rest of the stuff? Rust the Lost. I'm strong. I can do that.
I
KK.
can't.
Oh, right. Well, I inserted my foot in my mouth. I'll take it. Sure. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
do
she's
this.
just carrying the ball in her hands.
Or I got like some straps going on or something.
Do you have
Okay.
straps?
I remember last week I did just say using basically the rifle's thingers that
Strap?
is
The word that you just used?
You're assuming these
Who's
guns are
playing
good enough
Ram?
to have that.
You
Yeah.
said something.
Mute yourself.
Yeah, I'm just carrying them all. Sure, why not?
Alright then, Russ, could I have one of those guns?
Alright then. Which one? There's a lot of them on option. On
Uh,
option? Or for blah blah blah.
I don't know. One of the rifles, I guess. We did have a
Isn't that
pepper
one with the scope
box.
still available?
That had a scope, if I recall.
One of them had a scope.
One of them had a scope. The other one had something special, and that was on the leaders, which you
Rolling
took.
up.
This is all stuff that should have been.
Okay. 2 modified old pepper box rifles and 3 old pepper box rifles. Just that's all.
One of the modifieds was the leaders, which had the club, and the other modified had the scope.
If no one's got the scope one, I'll take that one.
Yeah. Rust hands the scope to
Alright.
Lowry.
Got the scope.
Knowing that last
Rust
time he got close to
handy.
someone, he kind of avoided.
Yeah. Cool. Now I gotta spend 4 days with this weapon. Holding it, looking at it,
Alright.
messing
So
with
we
it.
push on?
I am not that character, so I will not make that joke. So is it all? Are we all good now?
Yep.
Believe so?
Yeah.
Alrighty, let us continue on to civilization. At last.
How much farther?
Just I don't know, how far does it look?
From in the crevice, you can't tell.
It's it's there. We could just it's in that direction.
It's there.
It's there.
You only had sight of it back when you went to the second ridge back before, so you can get a better sight. When you're in the crevice, all you see is 2 large mountainous sandstone walls on the left and right of you, and the path in front of you.
Yes, let's just keep heading down this path.
There's
Keep
only
our
one
wits
way to
about
go.
us. Make sure we don't deal with any more bandits. Then we'll be good, we'll be set, and then we can sleep and rest and do all that other good Mitch. Right.
Or get lost and starve and die.
Let's not do that. Break, she says as she just claps her hands and just walks in the great pathway direction.
I will follow.
So, as you continue going down this path, eventually, it opens up to this large expanse that spreads to the left and right. And then in the center is these large, sandstone-colored, red and turquoise walls that seem to encompass a city.
Well,
Oh,
that's
Sand and
great.
Sky, that was right. There is civilization here.
Well, color me impressed.
Aha!
I didn't make a bet with anyone.
Well, let's get down there.
Yep.
So as you walk through the mountainous walls that seem to be the main entrance to the city, you look about seeing, well, nobody on them. Nobody on the walls, but you can see activity in the city itself. And making your way past the walls, you can see that currently the town is made up of what you can assume on general roof count, about 20 or so buildings in the main part. Outside of that, you can see other houses and whatnot spread across the different cliffs, edges, and tops in the distance that you assume to be the local dwellings for people that don't live directly in the town itself, or the city proper. Moving through here, you can see a multitude of races, though not that many, currently commingling and going through what seems proper day of life interactions. People buying things from shopkeepers, others having conversations with each other. But generally, your entry to the city seemingly goes unnoticed by the Dissidents?
Denizens.
Denizens
Denizens.
of the town.
Yeah. Okay. So we just walk through the gate just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. We should probably find someone to discuss lodging. Probably go to an inn, perhaps.
What time of day is it?
That sounds good.
Looking at where the sun is, it's cresting to the where you. It looks like it's setting, so it's late afternoon, or becoming late afternoon.
Alright. Now, are we going to, before we start heading to an inn, are we going to cash in any of our spoils, such as the barrels?
We should wait till we know what's fine to sell and things like that in this town. We don't want to just come up with selling guns in a place that doesn't like guns.
Alright.
And I also want to bring up that perhaps we should wait till the next day when there's a tad bit more light out to see if there is a more active market.
Yeah, as you're walking, you can
Sleep suit.
you can hear a couple of while you're having your conversations, people just being active and lively on the streets and whatnot. As you pass by a couple of individuals that look to be having a small dispute, and once you get to the conclusion of where you guys believe that it should be, one of the individuals takes out a gun and then puts it between the dude's eyes and pulls the trigger, spreading his blood across the sand as he falls dead into it.
Damn. Well,
Oh,
that
wow.
happens.
Does anyone see my
I look
react?
around to see everyone's reaction to that.
You see people putting hands on their guns and keeping an eye out and making sure what's happening, but when the danger doesn't seem to be in their direction, they just drop their coats or put their hands off their shotguns and just seem to mingle on with daily life.
So that's the kind of place we're in.
That statement, does that imply almost everyone here has a shotgun?
Everyone in town has a gun.
Okay.
You don't see a single person out here without a form of protecting themselves.
Got it.
Rest size
Well
says, oh, guess we know
How justice is handled around here?
And the body is just left there, or
It's left there for a couple of seconds as the staccato sounds just echo off of the walls. Eventually, the man that shot him sets his rifle back in its holster and walks to the other side, takes off the belt buckle of the dude, kicks him in the head once, and then cascades the gun belt and whatnot over his shoulder and walks away.
Well,
oh,
I
So we
mean,
should be
since we're
careful
not-
around here then.
Yes, I guess so. Okay.
once we find a place to sleep for the night, I like to do something about that.
About the dead person?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're taking your time. Eventually, one guy comes out of the establishment that they were arguing out of and starts rolling the dude further into the street, and then starts kicking sand around the blood to try to cover it up.
looks like he doesn't want his business to be disturbed.
Looking at the building that he came out of, can we see the name on the place?
Looking at it, you can see the name. The name that you do see for the building he came out of is Colin's Foundry.
That is, I don't get any kind of idea of what's in there from that name. Um,
It sounds very cleansing, if you know what I mean.
While looking around at the other buildings, does anything look like an inn or anything
So-
of that nature?
What you can see that still has are looking like they're setting up candles and oil lamps up is the Black Bullet, and then finally Philip's Haberdashery.
What a great
In
place.
parentheses, it says PJs.
Uh, Nobu's gonna speak up. Perhaps it would be a good idea to split up for a bit and search for an inn. And then, in a little bit, we reconvene in this spot.
I'm
we
not
have-
sure how I feel about that with the way they deal with minor disputes.
Look, I think we're much more
Oh.
capable than your average citizen.
I mean, they tend to seem to deal with minor disputes the same way we seem to deal with minor disputes.
I never put a gun between someone's eyes and put the trigger because I disagreed with him.
But neither have I.
Savages.
But yet you still know how
To
to
be
protect
fair,
yourself.
both of you seem rather sheltered.
Say that again?
Russ said both of you seem kind of sheltered.
Repeat what you said, Slate.
Well,
I said, yeah, you know how to protect
seem
yourself.
kind of sheltered. Shut up.
yes, I guess we do. I'm gonna check out the Black Bullet. Who would like to come with me?
You know what? Let's mix things up a bit, and I'll go with the Holy Man for a bit.
Mm.
Black Bullet sounds like it fixes guns. She looks at her pistol. If they are willing, she hands the pistol over to the holy man, not the man who destroyed her gun.
Hey, I did destroy it. Damn.
You have
Could
no
you
proof
check
of that
if they
yet.
can-
Well, while you're there, see if they have any tools. 'Cause if not, it'd be cheaper. I can do it.
Alright.
Echo takes the gun, looks at it, and says, "What about the purse to go with it?"
What? Oh, you meant the gold, right? I mean, you just ask if they could fix it. You don't need to pay and have them actually give it to them yet. Just so if they can.
All right.
Alrighty.
I guess the rest of us should.
I'll check out the haberdashery. That sounds interesting. Don't know why it just sounds haberdashery. So you can always find a little. It's like its own contained little treasure trove, you know.
Oh, I really don't.
Anyone coming with me to the haberdashery, or will I just go by myself?
I'll go with you.
Oh, okay. Is there any meetup spot that we would like to?
I mean, we
Here?
could just meet back out here, yeah?
Oh,
In
fair
front of
enough.
the foundry.
Yeah.
Fine, we'll just search for the nearest corpse.
All right.
You watch as a couple of what looks like homeless individuals walk out of the woodworks and start stripping the body.
Well, that's desecrated.
I guess they have their own way of doing things.
Oh, better hope
Yeah.
the body's still there when you come back.
It's probably not going to be.
I don't want to try to do anything without knowing their customs here.
Custom seems to be what you need.
Could I roll a history check to see if I know what the customs are here for dead bodies?
You can, but it'll be a very difficult DC since you've never been here. You don't know.
All right.
You can, but you don't know. All right, let's go to our places and meet back.
Nobu's gonna check out that Colin's place.
The foundry?
Give a better
Yeah.
option
Yep.
if Russ goes with him because pairing up seems like a good idea in this town.
So, as you all seem to pair up with your technical enemies, we're gonna roll with.
Wait, how is Sienna and I enemies?
Because you want a hunter?
I don't know. Why are
yeah,
you?
that's true.
Why is she your enemy? I don't know.
Yeah, because she's a filthy witch.
God, that worked out perfectly.
The whore and the holy man walk into a gun shop.
while the witch and the witch hunter walk into somewhere else.
The haberdashery.
The horse says, "Look at my gun," and the holy man shoots her.
And then the paladin and the demon walk into somewhere. It really writes itself.
Uh,
Meanwhile, PJ's shop explodes.
But what we're gonna do is roll a d6 here, or not d6, d4. 4 is being a reroll for who's going to start off the scene together.
sounds like a plan.
All right, who wants to do the d4?
Someone sure wants to. I know
Uh,
that.
oh,
No,
okay.
wants to?
Okay, well, first you have to call number.
Oh, well, there we are.
We
Well,
roll
okay,
that.
okay,
There's no calling. I put it in order.
Oh, okay.
We roll that.
Yeah.
Keep
Cool.
going.
All right, next person.
Keep going.
Next one.
I'll go.
Okay, alright.
Okay,
All right.
Never mind.
So,
So-
Sienna,
It's Sienna and Slate. Which way were you two going?
Haberdashery, Philip's haberdashery.
Okay.
Philip going to Phillips.
So walking into the haberdashery, it seems to be a smorgasbord of different knickknacks and paddywhacks and even some give your dog a bones that are laced around the outside walls, the inner walls, on tables laid in front of windows, just a bunch of, well, to be honest, when you get close to it, a bunch of crap. Like, there's nothing really here that jumps at you, but there's a bunch of useful things here and there, like needle and thread, a worn old blanket, and mind you, some holsters, even some dynamite holsters, just a bunch of different things in here. As eventually, an individual carrying a pillow and a ring of keys moves up with a sleep hat on and kind of squints as he looks at you. Sorry, we're about to close.
Well, it's okay. I just wanted to take a quick look around.
That doesn't
Yeah.
change the fact that I said we're about to close.
Yes, but I mean, could you really turn away a eager customer?
Yeah, because we're about to close.
We can always come back tomorrow.
But what if I already know what they want?
What if I told you we're about to close?
Come on, shouldn't it just... I just want to take a look around, you know.
C
No.
L R Z D closed.
She thinks to correct him, but changes her mind. Listen, how about she takes out a couple gold dollars. How about you keep open for like a couple more minutes?
He sighs as he rubs his eyes, moves over and takes the bills. Go on. As he
Thank
moves
you.
over to the countertop, places the pillow down, and lays his head on it.
Right. Alright, she takes a quick look around. Specifically, she's going to be looking for a piece of some string and a bit of wood. And also a little bit of soot and salt.
Fun fact, in a world where you cannot use arcane focuses, haberdasheries are god.
It's the knickknack place.
It's knick-knack paddywhack. With a couple of the give a dog a bones. Alright, so
Gonna need a couple of those.
for the string, there is a 25 chance you'll find it. He got string. What was the other thing you asked?
A bit of wood.
That's a 50. He doesn't got it.
Does it have wood? Wow, okay. and some soot and salt.
Alright, soot, that's another 25. Nope. And salt, that's a 50. Yes.
Okay, she'll take the string and salt and bring it over to the countertop and not knock lightly on it.
He doesn't open his eyes or move his head. What'd you get?
I got some salt and some string.
He opens his eyes. Soot and string.
Yep.
You paid me 2 good gold dollars for soot and string.
It's very important. I mean, like, well, actually, it's salt and string, and I mean, there's, also different stuff. You can do with stuff like this. Like, have you ever played with salt and string? It's quite fun.
Have you ever wanted to go to sleep and someone didn't make you? Or let you?
No, I tend to like my time awake. Sleep seems like more of a annoyance.
Are you doing this on purpose?
Doing what?
I don't know, it seems like you're being a bit... What's wrong with your back?
These are my wings.
That's gross.
I mean, they're alright. I mean,
No, they're not. It looks like you rubbed tar and rubbed in dead things and then set it on fire and rubbed in more dead things. It's what happens when you look at a fish after you let it sit out in the sun for like 3 days. It's like the thing that you'd see in the bottom of an outhouse after it's been forgotten about for a week.
It's probably around this time. I was waiting to see how many you can make, but
Hey, step in, do something.
yeah, I'm gonna get
like her head and her wings
yeah,
are drooping.
Slate will put a hand on Sienna's shoulder and it's like, it is getting late. We should probably get looking for that inn.
Oh yeah. It's 27 silver dollars. Or silver nickels.
Okay. I'll just kind of wipe something from her eye. All right. So how much is silver and gold?
How much is silver and gold normally?
I believe it's 10, isn't it?
It is.
All right. So 27 something. Okay. So then I'll just give him 3. 30 gold dollars.
Alright, and you are given a salt shaker's worth of salt and a spool of string.
And the change?
No, it was for the insults. She paid to be insulted.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be giving you any change.
Typically in this world, people give back change, right?
Typically.
Well, thank you for keeping your doors open for a reasonable amount of time. By the way, is now the day typically when people would be closing, or is this like abnormally early?
Depends.
Okay. Is it like getting up to like 5 or something?
It's getting
Yep.
pretty late, so depends.
Okay.
It also seems like a privately owned shop in a small town.
Yeah. So she would just nod, thank you, you can keep the change, considering we kept your store open for a little bit longer than it was. I'm assuming you are Philip, correct?
Yeah, I'm Philip.
Alrighty, well, nice to meet you, Philip. She holds out her hand for a handshake.
You want to go drink or something? He shakes your hand.
I'll
drink?
go for a drink.
I mean,
I could put blanket on the wings, but you still are pretty hot. I mean, hotter than most people here.
Damn.
well, I'll I will consider the offer. I guess I could.
No.
I mean, if
not big
anything,
enough
I
to
can offer
consider,
you
let's
holding to the
just do it.
table. I'm really honest. I like sleeping.
I mean, it's a very good jest. I can, I will consider this, Mr. Philip. So I shall speak to you in the morrow, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be in this town, but I will, I will consider it. She says as she pats him on the cheek. Okay, let's just she'll walk out of the store.
As she walks out, he looks at Slade. Those wings are really fucking ugly, though.
I mean, you can't blame her.
Yes, I can. I don't know her.
Fair enough. Do you want to go with drinks with me?
No, I'm going to bed.
No, you're no fun.
He shrugs.
Where would I find a bar and an inn around here?
The Black Bullet? That's the inn?
Oh, it sounds like
Told
a
you.
gun shop.
No, that's what the Foundry is.
Told you.
What, the foundry sounds like a metalworking place. How is that a gun shop?
Because he works with metal. You guys are dumb.
You guys make no sense.
Get out of my shop. Yeah, as you leave, he eventually moves up to close the door. Alright. Evens are the top group and odds are the bottom. Somebody roll a d4.
I got this. Oh.
Well, 34. Well,
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't.
Okay, my forky is
Wow.
stuck.
So 3, that's bottom.
Can't make this stuff up, kids.
What is
Oh,
a D43 though?
Nobu and Rust. Where are you two headed?
Who goes to the foundry, weren't we?
The Foundry.
Alright, so Nobu and Rust, as you move towards the foundry, it's still some awkward air in between the two of you as Rust, you're moving with the man you attempted to kill not even a day ago, and Nobu, it's still awkward moving close to Rust. Those dreams a couple of days ago still very vivid in your mind.
Nobu's just gonna be pretty blunt about it, and he's gonna ask. I know you had some score to settle with those people, but I do have some things to be honest about, and only Sienna, my other companion, knows about this. If I told you, you won't exactly get too angry, right? Because I'm just trying to. I was at the time. I did it to save someone, and frankly, it was one of the first times I actually wanted to help someone that I didn't know. So, nevertheless, if I tell you something that might be shocking, will you take it personally?
I don't take a lot of things personally. And besides, my actions against her were trash. Just if it can yeah, it's just been months since I've had any proper finds. As well as so pissed.
Nobu sighs and then uh, he takes a deep breath, hesitating for a bit, thinking about whether he should actually just say what it is that he needs to say, and then he just says, "Well, there was a family who had a woman that was possessed. I'm sure that you, with your magical experience, you know a little bit about demons and whatnot. Well,
I know how to kill them. Not much more than that.
I, along with Sienna, we went to assist in trying to remedy the issue, since it was either we tried to save them or we actually killed the woman, and I did not want another casualty in my hands. So I talked with the demon, and we struck a deal in exchange for it possessing my arm. It spared the woman, and ever since then, I've been having some nightmares about killing those that I'm allied with. I've attempted to train my mind to resist the urges, but it's a little difficult. I do hope that in the future, I can rid myself of this. Let's not call it curse, but this danger upon myself.
I'm a
And-
fucking idiot.
Did you tell that to Nobu?
Yeah, when he's almost finished, she just goes, "Yeah, you're a fucking idiot."
Well, really, if
I'm sure saving someone, noble cause and all that, but putting a demon in your fucking body is a...
Hey.
that explains so much.
well,
No,
would
shit.
you? Nobu's just gonna try to awkwardly move the conversation and switch it over to the area that they're moving to.
I should just probably cut the arm off already. Get that sorted. Let the holy man to take a look at it.
Oh, you don't understand. It's much more difficult than that.
Probably is.
Oh well, going to this place, are we? Let's check out what it is.
Yeah, we've been standing outside the door for about 3 minutes as we got...
Yeah, basically.
So, as the two of you open the door, you look inside the foundry and see a man standing at about 6 foot tall human with a really massively thick but short red beard, with his red hair combed back into a faux mohawk. On the left side, looks like he has one of his strands of hair tied into a braid, as he's currently holding on to a corn stalk pipe. Thought you two were about to make out.
No, we're we're just friends. I would no offense, Russ, but I'm more
Oh
of a...
no, if that tried to make out with me, I'd just stab you again.
Okay, well, that's besides the point. Hello, sir.
Hello. As you look about, you can see that there's guns on display on the wall. Different type of models, different modifications. Some that kind of look familiar. And then directly behind him, you see giant feats of firepower that neither of you could never comprehend to even probably afford. And then next to him, a pyramid display of cannonballs.
You've got quite the.
Foundry, yes.
uh,
Can
I
I
was-
help you?
yes, you may. I was wondering if you have any cannon shots in your stock.
He
So
just
we're buying the
stops.
pyramid.
Just looks at you, blinking, and then lets the drag of the smoke that he was holding in out, followed at the very end of the wispy whiteness with, "Really?"
Yes, really.
As he just slowly
What?
turns his head to the pyramid of cannonballs next to him.
Is
Well, that's just being polite.
is that going to be of use to my cannon shield? I'm not
Yes.
very well versed with
the
firearms.
cannon shield shoots cannonballs.
Oh,
Which
okay.
these are cannonballs. He pats them.
Nobu looks at his cannon shield and he opens up the hatch that where the cannonballs could be placed in, and he says, "Oh, I've never used firearms before. How much are they?"
Are you lost, son?
No, of course not. I'm trying to strike a deal here.
I understand that, but you're doing it very, very, Thanks for the proper words. Like an idiot.
Yes, I understand.
Ross steps forward and says, "If it's fair, he's more of a swords person than a guns person. But we've had a couple of rough situations."
I need to know
Russ
details.
dumps The
I'm
pile
just making
of,
sure that you're in the right place.
Yeah, Russ dumps the 3 guns that he still has onto. I'm guessing he has a counter.
He does.
How much can these trade for?
So it's the regular bad quality pepper
Yeah.
box rifle.
Mm.
Old
Mhm.
pepper box rifle.
So he looks at them, gives them a couple of once-overs, looks through the barrel, takes about 3 minutes worth of time looking at all of them. As he takes in a long drag of his pipe, then looks at you all. I could buy all 3 of them for 75
75.
Silver or
gold dollars.
Let's see.
How much are the cannon shots worth each?
Cannon shot. I sell that at 10 gold a shot.
I think I would be fine with just 2.
We're at 4.
So you want 40 gold worth a shot.
40 gold worth a shot and 35 gold dollars. If that's a fair deal for you.
He finally lets out the drag that he took in. Fair enough. Sure you know how to handle those.
I think I still have the manual.
Right.
Russ turns slowly to look at Nobu. Just turns back. Right.
As he gives you guys 35 gold, takes the guns, and allows you to take your 4 cannonballs.
Off the pyramid.
Mm-hmm. Yes, off the pyramid.
I got a sneaking suspicion that we'll knock this over by accident.
Then you can grab him from the barrel in the corner.
Rushes beeline to the barrel.
Yeah, Nobu does that as well.
All right.
We were from -2 decks. So we're just gonna knock it over again. So much trouble.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. So, when you're putting the cannon shot weight in there, just put the weight as 0.2. And that will calculate the proper weight for them.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Gotcha.
I forgot to show you the guy that you're encountering with.
Congratulations, Alan. We can now fire our guns.
Yeah. Nobu's gonna use it sparingly. That is a handsome man.
Oh. Yeah, he's got a nice jawline.
Is that all you're gonna be needing?
For now.
Yes, we're not from around here, so
I could
you
tell.
please? Yes, of course you can. Could you please tell us where the inn is?
You mean the Black Bullet?
Oh, I see. That's
Our
what it
gun
was
shop-
called.
gun shop.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Yes,
A name's a name. It doesn't need to mean anything.
That's fair.
That's very true. Thank you for your time, sir. And I apologize for my inexperience.
Yeah, you probably should fix up that act. People around here don't like seeing weakness all that often. It's an easy way to get shot.
Well, let's just see about that then. Thank you, anyways.
He doesn't say anything, just takes drags from his pipe. Like eyeing the two of you really hardly as you like are carrying all your items, almost as if he's judging you for the equipment that you own.
By the way, is there any looks like bags, just any like travel bags here?
There is a pack in here. Yes.
Actually, might I purchase that there package? Packs up there.
You mean the black powder satchel?
Ah, fuck. Russ just walks out.
Yeah. You walk out after asking a question.
She just goes, ah, fuck. Just goes, eh, and walks out.
Nobu breaks out into a cold sweat after he walks out, and he says, "Oh, goodness gracious, are all strangers like this?"
Yeah? I thought you were a trader. You keep saying stuff about good deals.
Well, they're usually not this brash.
Okay. Just look at me.
I can't
Take a
look
deep
at you.
breath. Deep breath.
Nobu breathes.
Straighten the back. And walk confidently.
What are you talking about? Nobu's a hunchback.
Oh.
Oh, okay. He's still handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty gunny.
Nobu's he's gonna breathe deeply, and he's gonna try and remember his roots as a trader, since it's been a long time since he's conducted any of that.
He's conducted stabbings, but not tradings.
Yeah.
Alright, so finally, the last group. Devry and Echo.
Yep.
You two are standing there scratching the back of your head as you look into what looks like a bar area with people currently drinking and whatnot as you're standing in the Black Bullet.
You know,
I told you this was the inn.
yeah, but that name makes absolutely no sense for an inn. At all.
I was just going off the kind of people they were.
Alright, well, I guess we found the inn first. Your lodgings
Well.
for the group.
Well, I don't quite have the money for everybody, but we should at least scope out the place.
An individual comes up and looks you two over. You guys
Can I
looking
help
to
you?
earn some money?
Well, that depends on the job.
There's a some bitch sleeping with my wife. He needs deading. Interested?
Very.
Oh boy, how do you know this is happening?
Well, I mean, he.
Because I found the plum bitch's shoe in my bedroom.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It does make sense, yes.
So, how? First off, how much you paying?
A good amount. A full 20 silver.
I've done worse for less. Where is he?
Probably closing up shop right now.
Oh god. I think I know who it is.
Which
We're gonna kill
shop?
PJ.
He points across the street towards the haberdashery.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Alright,
We're actually new in town. Do you mind if we
That's
just
the
ask you a
reason
couple?
why I asked you.
Yeah, we just kind of want to know a little bit more about the town first, if that's all right.
I kind of rest my hand on Echo's shoulder and I say, Echo, darling, he ain't interested in telling us about the town. He wants a man dead.
You a professional? He starts eyeing you over more with more interest.
I've dabbled here and there.
It's professional something.
Oh, Echo, are you looking to hire me?
No.
Oh,
Well, if
ain't
you
you sweet?
have a little candor on your belt, then if you make him beg for it, I'll throw in an extra 3 pieces of gold on top of that.
You're gonna have to specify. What am I making him beg for?
Life. I want him to make him suffer.
I think I could do that. Alrighty. Would you like to watch the proceedings, or
Bring me back his pecker in a box. I'll give it to a present to my wife. Make sure that cheating slut never tries to do it again.
Ooh, I got chills going down my spine. Alrighty. Well, Echo, darling, be a dear and hold down the fort.
Yeah, I'll get us somewhere to sleep for the night. You go. I'm sure Slade and Noble will want to help.
Maybe. And I turn around and start heading over to the haberdashery.
And I'll be securing lodgings.
Alright. You move towards the countertop where people are seemingly drinking with themselves and not really giving you much mind. But when you sit down, like, a couple of them turn and just give you a glare and then, like, roll their shoulders more to block you out of their conversation. Meanwhile, the bartender seems to be just moving between people left and right, seemingly ignoring you.
Barkeep.
He turned to look at you.
How much for a room?
Room for one?
Uh, I, g- I need 3 rooms.
3 rooms. He looks about. For yourself?
Myself and a couple friends, they're off at one of the other shops.
As he hands somebody a cup before wiping his hands on his napkin that's hung on his side and moves towards you. That'd be 6 gold. 1 night.
Let's see. Can I do insight to see if he's trying to fuck me over on the price?
You can sure try.
What I roll? What the fuck? Oh, these are the pictures. 14?
It's charisma.
Charisma.
Oh, he's definitely. He's looking at you and how you're dressed, even though it's pretty drab from the travel. You seem to be, both you and all your companions, a lot better off than every single person you've encountered in this town. And he's definitely taking that information in mind when he gave you that number, as he seems to be looking at your equipment and whatnot.
I give him a look of skeptical. Breakfast come with that?
Looks like you're in St. Agnes Grove, boy.
Mm-hmm.
He said, does this look like you're in St. Agnes Grove? A big city.
No, but that's a little high, don't you think?
You calling my prices unfair?
I haven't seen the room, so I don't know. I'm just saying. It just doesn't seem. Well, I guess it is a small town. We're taking up 3 of your rooms. 3 gold sounds good. I hand him the $3 gold.
He thinks, looking at you, and just looking at the corner of your eyes, you can see a couple of individuals at either side of the bar currently putting on a facade of being patrons. Them looking like they're putting their hands on their gun before he just like raises a hand.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Nothing. We're making an exchange, it looks like. City Slicker. Alright. 4 gold and you stay.
I just gave you my money.
He hasn't touched it on the table.
This is the money I have. My friends are at the shop with trying to make other money, but I don't know how well they're faring.
Are you being truthful?
Yes. They said they wanted to sell the guns.
No, I mean on all the money you have.
Oh, I have a couple extra now.
All right, he's gonna try to insight you. I think insight's wisdom, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Where is?
Ah,
Oh boy, come at me.
you're a holy man. Of course you don't have much wealth on you.
He rubs his chin a bit. You one of them cloth boys?
Yes, sir.
3 gold and you work for me tonight.
I would have done it if you asked, anyways.
Izzy gives off a grunt and takes the gold off the counter. And then throws you 3 keys.
Sounds good.
Meanwhile, we're gonna take this time to take our first break. As the group successfully has not gotten shot yet. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back here in 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see you back in that time. Peace.
I'm gonna get shot really soon.